and Ashe. Blessings to you, my energetic beings. And my new favorite word is As-Salamu Alaikum. May peace be upon you, or may peace be with you. And can I just say, wow, um, we are really in some magical times right now just to be on planet Earth. I have literally been in a state of magic for a few weeks now. Not only did we have a lunar eclipse a few weeks ago, or a couple weeks ago, lunar meaning the reflection of the moon or how the moon reflects. And lunar eclipses are what is actually, or what was on our docket, say 6 months ago, in the sign of Gemini, which is our mind. It's our intuitive channeling side and our logical side. But it also correlates with our solar plexus as the energetic center. We get those gut instincts. We have mental clarity. It's our in-body powerhouse or power center, where our self-esteem and our self-confidence, our will center. And as we all know, our mind can be cruel sometimes, right? So it's important to keep our thoughts and our affirmations, the story that we tell ourselves, actually in a higher frequency. So this thought train is actually how we create thought forms. And then we can either get in a negative loop pattern or a positive loop pattern. And it also takes so much more energy to shift those thoughts that actually can create the condition that we're in the midst of. So thoughts are things too. And also what we should be doing is actually asking our heart first if those thoughts are for our highest good. And if not, what should we be telling ourselves on the inside? Or more importantly, even in our day-to-day lives and our day-to-day reality. So we create our reality literally from the ground up. And also I see it coming from the sky or the cosmos down. And why am I talking about thoughts? Well, Gemini is our thoughts. That's what it is. So it's the library of everything that we have ever experienced and what we thought about those experiences. Now, we all have the ability to shift those thoughts to a higher calibration of thinking, a higher or different perspective, or even a perception. Just looking through the glass or the mirror to see those hidden agendas of our mind to get to the awareness of our thoughts. But the first thing that actually we need to do is literally create sacred space, which in a way is our root center. It's our root, if it's grounded, are you safe? Do you have boundaries? Then our heart center, which is our sun in our body, is going to be unstable if we're not grounded. And it's not just in our inner world, but it's also in our day-to-day. So this magical solar eclipse, which is actually in the sun and the moon, and where the sun is in play in your natal chart is where this action is going to actually manifest. So today I want to go into the course of action to take not only today, but also in your day-to-day life. So lunar is checking into the past 6 months. Solar is actually looking ahead into the future 6 months. One is the moon, the other is the sun. So this sun, new moon, and the blessings of this new moon is actually a fractal of the mind and what the mind actually thinks about it. So affirmations get power multiplied by the energy, not just because of the new moon, but it's amplified by the solar eclipse. So I'm going to share some ideas or rituals that you can do to amplify your intentions for this amazing time on planet Earth. So this solar new moon, and by the way, if you have subscribed to the free Musing Moon Meditation, say that 3 times, you should be getting an email for that as well. It's a gift from my garden to yours, or my village to yours. So for me, I see the planets not just as in your natal chart, your soul or your space coordinates, but I also see how they correlate to the body's energetic system, the subtle energy body, along with the elemental realms. So the elemental realm that we are in right now is actually the season of fire, summer, it's the heat. And this eclipse is at its peak depending on what time zone you're in. And I'm going to be mountain time zone, I'm in Utah, so it's at its benevolence at 4:52 a.m., which is the time of the elemental energy of metal, being the lung and the large intestines. So the lung energy is the deep sleep, it's our dreams, our memories. It's a great time to actually detox our lungs, forgive ourselves and even others, and also forget. That shift is actually in the past. So we are divining into a magical future. So it's like, yes, I forgive, and also I forget. So that anything that you're having a difficult time forgetting, you actually should address that because it's kind of a shadow aspect. And I'm sure we are going to have some grief in this letting go process. So this is also a part of this moon. And we also have Jupiter, the benevolent planet that is, and the bigger expansion, and it just bursts things to their I don't even want to say it would be like this unlimited possibilities or endless infinite possibilities. So it's the higher self is in the sign of Pisces, which is both our karma and our spirit, or the essence of our spirit, and how that kind of plays out. So Jupiter is moving into a degree into having boundaries around our emotional field when it comes to the essence of our spirit inside of us. And the large intestine is the energy of when we are waking up into the new day. So there's meditation, and of course, our bowels are doing that thing of letting go, releasing. So that's the elemental energy, being that we're in the summer and the eclipse is in this metal time zone. I would get a crystal that actually calls out to you. Get ready to speak into the crystal and actually put it outside tonight, which honestly, all of my crystals are going to be outside anyway. That's just kind of what I do all summer long. But I suggest that you speak into the crystal an invocation of what you would like to see in your day-to-day reality. Hold the intention, speak it into the crystal. Then from this day forward, when you hold that particular crystal or carry it with you or whatever you're called to do, you can massage it with your hand. It's going to actually bring your mind back to your intention in the day to day. And you really want to do this for 40 days. It's like Noah on the ark, 40 days and 40 nights, to shift your reality on the day to day. That right there really is a blessing, right? So now, one other thing I want to mention is be careful for what you wish for, because that's really the power of this one moon and this new moon, and also the magic behind it. Let's thrusting it forward. So the opposing sign to Gemini, because that's the season we're in, is actually Sagittarius. So this is like bringing a higher purpose and philosophy into the earthly realm. So, which then I would go look to where Jupiter is. And like I said, it's in the sign of the spirit, what we sense, Pisces. So tune into your intuition. And, you just want to see, I covered kind of the elements already. So let's see what else. I kind of want to dive into the energetic centers. So to bring any manifestation into the earth realm, we have to have our heart protected and actually in alignment with our wish, our intention. It has to be true to what our heart feels about it. So I don't know about you, but right now Mars, which is actually our root activator, is in the sign of Cancer, which is our home. Cancer rules the home, or what our home could feel like, I should say, depending where it's playing out. And I have been literally cleaning and organizing and clearing out clutter in my home. Literally nurturing it. I literally found a handyman to fix little things that I really don't know how to do, but they've been bothering me for a while. But I was blessed with that, and also more importantly, grateful, right? So when we connect with our higher self, our Sira in the Dagara cosmology, it's like God universe opens those doors, that corridor, to assist us. And then just sending gratitude forward in our day to day, it's like the blessing is activated and the galactic universe actually hears us. So now we are going to move up on the energetic stream into our sacral. So our sacral is our high vibe emotional center. It's where our feelings create a cosmic soup. with not just our heart, but also what we believe, what we law of attract. You know, do I belong feeling this way or that way? What are my thoughts about what I feel? So our feelings are like the Jedi Force. Like Yoda felt the Force. He didn't think the Force, he felt the Force. So you want to feel into your thoughts on the day to day, at least until, or actually always, kind of really. But our sacral is also being activated in this new moon because the degree of the new moon adds to a 10, which is our manifestation. It's Taurus, it's our sacral in our emotional field. So emotions are really, really, really powerful. And if we connect to them and the messages or the alert signals, then we need to have boundaries around what our heart feels. So I say create 10 new moon wishes, no more than 10, because our mind kind of gets kind of scrambled actually. Make them like affirmations and reaffirm them throughout the day, reaffirm, or readjust them too if they or you're not kind of feeling into it. Again, feel into it, don't think into it. So for myself, I am creating with co-creator to monetize in all of my social media venues. So that is actually just one of my manifestations or my intentions with this here eclipse. I'm actually, of course, going to explore others as well. And also, I'm going to write them down so they are on the tip top of my mind on the day to day, first thing in the morning. I'm going to write them down again. I'm going to do a fire season ritual because we're in the fire season. So I'll be doing a fire, obviously, right? And I do different rituals and prescriptions based on a variety of things. But fire will actually take the message out into the field with co-creator, the galactic universe. So if you feel like you might need some reconciliation or some clarity on something, I would recommend you go to water to get into the flow. So the elemental realm is a way to connect with and also nurture the beings that are honestly our allies in this earth journey or earth school. And one thing, you know, I want to say, or I should say maybe a last thing, is say you want to manifest a new car or a new career. Now, if you've just, you know, recently been let go from a job, I want you to look through that through new eyes, like the eyes of God creator, where the universe is actually moving you and you're supposed to be in a new place. So we just shifting the perspective and don't see it as a loss, but as a door or a new door opening for your greater good and your gooder. But back to the car. So you want to feel into the car, put the action of what your heart wants into motion. You can actually do this with anything as long as your heart can feel you sitting in the new car, the new house, the new career. Just let and allow your emotions to take you into the feeling of what the house, the car, the career feels and looks like. And you kind of have to get into the flow. So I'm using fire to create with creator as a co-creator, if that makes sense. And also, if you are new to the Musing Corridor, I'm getting ready to launch again the Energy Body Demystified. It's in the corridor at my club at tonyad.tv. I journey into the world of energy, aspects of shamanism, the energy centers, your subtle body. That's like your megaphone alert system. So sorry about that little hiccup. It appears that my streaming got bombarded or stopped. Let's see what's happening here. Hopefully it's working, right? I might be talking to myself, so don't mind me. There we are. Okay, I think I'm coming back on. So again, change your stars, the strongholds, different than in the Energy Body Demystified. And I'm going to show you how to wake up to different states of awareness. You know, it's kind of funny how we have interference when I go live randomly lately, but that's just interference. It's like the universe is trying to block me or some entity or some kind of crazy stuff. So again, different states of awareness that we can wake up to. And each stage and act is actually a build-up into the next one. And honestly, I really believe energy will be or is the medicine of the future. I sense it was and still is the medicine of the past. They just kind of dumbed us down in this here earth realm, kind of a control factor going on. But that's why I said so many people are literally waking up in their awareness system, because we've been lied to since the dark ages. And now this rug is being pulled out from under all of this corruption. So I truly believe we all have these magical gifts, this intuition, psychic awareness. We are not crazy, but we do need a community where we can share our light without any judgment too, right? So I will explore a bit of each of these stages in the following few weeks. And if you're interested still in joining me for the Blockbuster Show, be sure to fill out the form. It's easier to collaborate one-on-one. But this Sunday, I'm having a guest join me for the show, Gina Nicole. We're going to muse about the elements in our environment, creating sacred space as a container in your home, and so much more. And Saturday, I will, as always, continue the corridor of the phases of the moon as a reflector. This has been super fun for me. I hope it's been insightful for you as well. But we have moved to the 8 phases, so I'm going to go both with the pagan, along with the phases of the moon, new moon, full moon, not just new moon, full moon, but the awakening of the moon, or the waxing and the waning of the moon, and the different phases and the corridors that the moon plays out in our court. And also be sure to get your new moon meditation as well. That's going to be out today. It's complimentary. Like I said, it's my gift to you. And I will, as always, see you on the other side. InShalla and Ashe. Sorry about the energetic hiccup. We just had the interference. And As-Salamu Alaikum. May peace be with you during this magical solar eclipse, new moon in Gemini.